12 weather with meteorologist Mackenzie Lake.
Welcome back to Newswatch 12 and happy Sunday. We're tracking some big changes as we head on into the work week. So let's take a look at when we'll be seeing some cooler temperatures and some wet weather working in. For our Monday, we'll actually be seeing some pretty mild conditions. Those temperatures will be around 5 to 10 degrees above average for some areas. But then another blast of very Arctic air will start to work its way down into our region, and it'll start to impact really all of the western part of the U.S. We'll be seeing these temperatures well below average, and we'll be seeing some very blustery winds, and it'll actually be a very similar setup to what we saw for our Valentine's Day. Now let's take a look at our current temperatures. Right now we are in the 40s for those east side areas, a little bit warmer here in Medford, 53 degrees. We saw beautiful sunny skies for the day today. We'll start to see some of these clouds increasing as we head on overnight. Temperatures for the night will cool off into the 20s for our east side areas. It'll be a very similar night to what we saw last night, maybe a smidge warmer, but overall still a very cold night. We'll be seeing these temperatures below freezing or at freezing for those inland areas, getting down to 32 degrees here in Medford, and then a little bit warmer along the coast, 43 degrees. We'll be staying nice and dry for the night tonight and into our President's Day. It'll be a pretty cool morning to start out. You might need a jacket, but then we'll be seeing some more sunshine and these warmer temperatures as we continue through the day, but then some more clouds will continue to increase overnight. Temperature wise, we will be into the 40s and 50s for those east side areas, getting up to 55 degrees in Klamath Falls. Along the I-5 corridor, temperatures in the 50s and 60s. It's going to be a beautiful day, 60 degrees here in Medford, but like I said, those clouds will continue to increase into those evening hours and overnight, and then we'll start to see some breezier conditions and some more wet weather starting to work in. Because of this next storm system that we're tracking, we do have some watches, warnings, and advisories. So we have a high wind watch in effect for central and eastern Lake County. Those winds could be gusting anywhere up to 65 miles per hour. So we can expect to see some damage to trees and power lines as well. With all of this wet weather that we're expecting here in our lower elevation areas, we do have a winter storm watch in effect for really most of our region from Tuesday all the way through Wednesday. So we can expect to see some blowing snow, some very blustery conditions, especially for those east side areas, and that dangerous travel conditions. It's also going to be pretty dangerous along the coast in coastal Curry County. We have a high surf advisory. Those waves could be anywhere up to 25 to 30 feet. This continues all the way through 4 p.m. on Thursday, right after that storm. This will be right during that storm system working its way in. So now let's take a look at Stormcast. We can time out the storm system. You can see those clouds beginning to increase as we head on into Monday, and then Monday night into Tuesday is when this cold front really works its way through, and then some of that wet weather starts to work its way in. It will be impacting Curry County by around 12 o'clock midnight on Tuesday, you can see, and then as we head on into Tuesday morning, then we'll be seeing those snow levels start to lower, seeing some snow in those higher elevation areas, spotty showers for those west side valleys, but then into Wednesday, those snow levels continue to lower. We're expecting to see some spotty snow showers throughout these west side valleys, and again, a very similar setup to what we saw on Valentine's Day. It'll be pretty difficult traveling conditions for those higher elevation areas, possibility of 1 to 2 inches of snowfall per hour, and then again, we'll be seeing some of that Rogue Valley snow, but it'll be pretty spotty and then very trace for those east side areas. As far as for these morning lows, you can see that big Arctic air mass is really going to be impacting us all the way through Friday. Those lows and morning lows will be well below average for this time in February. Now let's take a look at your 7-day forecast for the coast. 40s and 50s expected for this work week. You can see when that Arctic air mass moves in just how cold those temperatures dip. Temperatures for Northern California in the 30s and 40s, cooler overnight lows as well, and we can expect to see that rain-snow mixture moving in Monday night. For the Klamath Basin, 30s and 40s are expected for this work week. Very cold overnight lows, especially Thursday into Friday. Similar story for the mountains. We could be seeing some higher elevation snow impacting your travel plans. And then here in the Rogue Valley, take a look at just how much those temperatures decrease with that Arctic air mass, and then how low those snow levels will continue to lower. So we're expecting that snow here in the Rogue Valley.
It's going to be really interesting to see how this all plays out come this Tuesday and Wednesday. And also, what is with these storm systems happening on holidays? Valentine's Day, crazy winter weather, lower elevations, and now just one day after President's Day, more crazy weather on the way. It just seems like Mother Nature wants to celebrate the holidays in a very big way with lots of rain and snow.
Exactly. I don't know. I mean, that's pretty weird now that you pointed out.
Yeah, I guess there's just no other way to celebrate a holiday than with rain and snow during the winter season.
I guess.
I guess so. Thank you, Mackenzie.
Of course.
And new at